Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
From a club perspective, there's no higher prize to win than the Champions League. But for some teams, this elusive trophy has become an all-consuming obsession. PSG, in particular, have been on a quest to lift it above their domestic dominance. Imagine being one of the biggest clubs in France, with resources to spare, but still unable to bring home the big one. That's PSG's situation, and it's a tale we're about to delve into. Champions League Spotlight takes you through the history behind this obsession, starting from Roman Abramovich's Chelsea in 2012. Chelsea was the first team to dominate the Premier League without ever winning the Champions League. Their success on the pitch helped bring in a huge influx of cash, which, coupled with Roman Abramovich's backing, turned them into behemoths overnight. Similarly, Manchester City's rise to the top of English football has been nothing short of meteoric. Both Chelsea and Manchester City have become synonymous with their Champions League successes or failures. And it's this narrative that's so captivating, a tale of big money and high expectations, where the pressure to perform is suffocating. For PSG, this is an all-too-familiar story. Thiago Silva, the former captain of Paris Saint-Germain, once spoke about the intense pressure on his shoulders during those Champions League campaigns. The pressure for the Champions League was too strong, he said in a recent interview. It's the only club in the world where, if they don't win the Champions League, it's a failure. It's clear that winning this trophy has become an existential question for PSG. But what drives such obsession? For Barcelona, there were historical and psychological factors at play. Their 1992 victory remains one of the most iconic moments in football history, a moment that validated their right to be considered among the world's best teams. Even years after the final whistle, the club still grappled with the ghost of defeat. It wasn't just about winning, it was about overcoming an insurmountable challenge. The 1996 semi-final against Steaua Bucharest still haunts Barcelona players today, a penalty shootout that could have been won by anyone but ended in heartbreak. When Ronald Koeman scored his winner in the final, the reaction was one of pure joy, relief, and vindication. Barcelona's journey to winning their first Champions League is a reminder that even the greatest teams can be haunted by past defeats. Their 1992 victory served as redemption for those who had come before them, the ones who could have been great but weren't allowed to be. For some clubs, this kind of narrative can be a powerful driver. For Borussia Dortmund in 1997, the Champions League was more than just a trophy to win. It represented something much bigger: validation and recognition from the football world that they were among the best. It's a different story for PSG today. They have moved away from the big stars to focus on young talent, but their obsession with winning remains. The stakes are higher now than ever before. For some clubs, lifting this trophy is not just about glory, it's the only way to be considered truly great. The pressure is on PSG, and if they win, it will validate all their decisions over the past few years. It's a moment that could change everything for them. Marseille won their Champions League in 1993, but the victory was marred by scandal, casting a shadow over the entire achievement. For France, this first European trophy win marked a turning point, liberating a generation of footballers and changing the way they approached the game. Now, when PSG take to the pitch for the final, their quest is no longer just about glory, but also about fulfilling a dream that's been years in the making. If they lift the Champions League trophy tonight, it will be a moment that will stay with them forever, a validation of all their hard work and dedication. But what does this win mean to PSG? Does it validate their decision to focus on young talent, or was it always about winning above all else? Only time will tell.